Tonight on KGW News, a community gathers to pray for a deputy shot in the line of duty.
We owe our law enforcement officers a debt of gratitude for the work that they do.
How a call that seemed so simple turned so violent. And a new wildfire puts residents on notice in Lincoln County. Plus,
I feel like a prisoner in my home.
Neighbors in Northwest Portland face threats and attacks from people in a nearby homeless camp. We ask the city why they're not doing more to make the area safer. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Falkers in for David. We begin tonight with community support for a Washington County Sheriff's deputy shot in the line of duty. It happened this morning in Tualatin as the deputy was serving an eviction notice. He's now in critical condition. Catherine Cook walks us through what happened.
Bring your healing into his body. Come, restore him fully.
Candlelight at sunset for a Washington County Sheriff's deputy shot in the line of duty.
We're here, we care, and we're all praying for him.
As people gather here, it's inspiring, it's motivating, and I know it is very supportive for our officers to see it as well.
Sherwood Police Department hosted this gathering just 6 miles from where the deputy was shot Wednesday morning. Around 10:30, police and deputies raced to the Forest Rim Apartments off Southwest Nybrook Street in Tualatin.
And all of a sudden I just saw a bunch of cop cars just coming by. Saw a bunch of lights flickering, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
The call was deputy down. Washington County Sheriff's officials say about an hour earlier, a team of deputies arrived here to serve an eviction notice. There was a fight, and the suspect fired at the deputy, hitting him multiple times.
My daughters and I just heard a lot of shots fired, and we got pretty scared.
Paramedics flew the injured deputy to Legacy Emmanuel Hospital. After surgery, doctors listed him in critical condition. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is not yet naming the deputy. In a news conference, Sheriff Pat Garrett said he knows him personally. He called him an incredible person and a complete professional.
He is compassionate. He's also resilient and tenacious. This tragedy reminds us today that police work can be very dangerous, and it is, we owe our law enforcement officers a debt of gratitude for the work that they do.
After the shooting, deputies say the suspect barricaded themselves in an apartment, leading to a standoff. A few hours later, Washington County SWAT officers found the suspect dead inside. It's unclear if they died from a self-inflicted gunshot or at the hands of deputies who returned fire. Back in Sherwood, those gathered find strength in each other. They hope their light brings hope and comfort to the deputy's family and everyone who responded.
You know, they did their job today, and now all of our communities can come together and do our part.
Earlier today, Washington County Sheriff Pat Garrett also expressed his thanks to the medical staff at Legacy Emmanuel and the other responding agencies that rushed in to help, as well as the community. Investigators haven't named the suspect in this case, and again, we're still waiting to learn the name of the injured deputy. The Washington County Major Crimes Team is investigating. Brittany.
It's just so wonderful to see the community come out in support, but our thoughts, our prayers with that deputy's family tonight. Catherine, thank you so much. And we'll keep monitoring the deputy's condition and working to find out exactly how this all happened. Look for updates on KGW.com, our mobile app, and on our social media channels. Well, let's get you caught up now on tonight's other headlines. One woman has died following a shooting in the Powellhurst Gilbert neighborhood. This happened at about 5:30 tonight on Southeast 111th Avenue. Portland police say they tried to perform first aid on the woman before EMS arrived, but she died on the scene. So far, no one's been arrested. A man who police say robbed a Northeast Portland bar and took a woman hostage for hours early this morning died from a self-inflicted gunshot. It began at Players Pub PDX on Northeast 82nd around 12:30 this morning. Police say 53-year-old Michael Story robbed the bar, then took a woman hostage, stole her car, and sexually assaulted her. He allegedly drove around with her for about 2 hours before stopping just long enough for her to escape. Story later led police in a chase and was eventually found lying on the ground with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. And an update from a fire burning in Lincoln County about 7 miles east of Toledo. The Sam's Creek fire near the intersection of Sam's Creek Road and Highway 20 is now under control. That's according to the Toledo Fire and Rescue. Crews are working through the night to put out some hot spots. Residents in the area were put on a level 1B ready evacuation notice earlier today and should still be on alert in case conditions change. Police officers will remain part of Beaverton schools, but there will be some changes. That was the decision made by city leaders. First, they'll be called youth services officers instead of school resource officers. Second, they'll have a smaller scope of duties. They'll still take reports of drugs, alcohol, or harassment on campus, patrol the school, and respond to more serious cases of violence. But they will not be involved in the discipline of students or respond to those in a mental health crisis unless the student is a risk to themselves or others. Some argued the funding could be better spent.
We're looking at resources for police on campus versus resources for more mental health support on campus. I think our association is always going to lean toward we need more resources for mental health on campus. We need more resources for just general support of students who are struggling right now.
The mayor of Beaverton says that these changes will be implemented as soon as the school year starts back up next month. A concert in Aloha tonight will help support some of the students in the Beaverton School District. A wide variety of performers came out for Music in the Valley at Shoals Valley Lodge. The concert raises money for students experiencing homelessness. According to the school district, more than 250 of their students are homeless. That's about 1 in every 33 in the district.
We're really hoping for, as our nonprofit Double Care Foundation, is to just kind of start a new change within our community to focus on issues like this, where these neglected students who don't even have their stories told are experiencing these burdens of being able to struggle for trying to find out where they're going to sleep at night, where they're going to shower.
Aside from the great music, the event also included food, drinks, and a silent auction.